Hey everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We are just moments away from kickoff, and we've got a good one on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. With that, let's get up to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. There to call all the action. We welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Brandon Godden, Charles Davis, happy to be with you. And Charles, we've got two teams who know each other extremely well.
Crazy in this league, but no one scouts more than within the division. Because if you win your division, you're automatically in the playoffs. That puts extra emphasis on these games, and they can't wait to get at each other.
So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense.
From the quarterback position, the most dynamic guy with the ball in his hands.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line. Hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do...
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On second down, Ingram. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
From the gun, Jackson, flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own. But as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you. And if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be led out by the former Texas Christian University Horned Frog, Andy Dalton.
A day 1 starter his rookie year around a running game, an offensive line, and receivers that continue to develop.
1st and 10 for Dalton. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. Nice way to start. We have now seen connection number 1 between Dalton and Adriel Jeremiah, A.J. Green.
Say that again.
Adriel Jeremiah.
Look at you. You are full of knowledge and information. And you know something? I bet Andy Dalton learned his full name as well because he figured out quickly, this is going to be my number 1 target. I got to know.
2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. 46 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about us having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, second down. And a look now at the Cincinnati offense.
Out of the backfield is Joe Mixon, and he was a valuable commodity coming out of the University of Oklahoma. And I think if he wanted to dedicate himself, he could be an all-pro kick returner.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. And here are the Raven defensive starters.
And free safety Earl Thomas has a list of accomplishments as long as anyone's arm. But the thing I think about with him at all times, no matter what happens...
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. This is caught. And he's brought down. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I mean, that's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. Taking it in. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments. Let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking.
Now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
Great field position, as you pointed out, not in this case.
A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. It's a 7.
First downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Rolling to his right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage.
The scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Nowhere to go that time.
Stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes.
Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Shifts by him. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And possession will... Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can... And Dalton to throw. Open man is Uzama. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there.
His way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense. Big play for the defense.
Green's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Bengals passing game.
If you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
It's second down. Dalton looking. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll get it down on the play to the 30. Here's Dalton. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
For them laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there.
Kind of a start and comes through clean. Oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose. And
remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there against the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And he's taken down, but not
tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play that you're into the middle of the field, that's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Now it's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the football.
Sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw. To be priority one.
To throw is Jackson. And this one complete to St. Roberts. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route. And then
throwing on first down, it's Jackson being chased out left. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20.
But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Back to the running game. It's Ingram. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Forced out to his left. And I think the ball's out. And the Bengals have recovered it.
When I see a play like
that, gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the balls. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Another throw on second down, and this one
incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give him another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. As we resume play. Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He'll take it at the 42. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but now they look to pay it off on first down. Now Jackson dancing to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
With what they're doing, I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Oh, nearly picked. Almost intercepted, but he couldn't hang on. And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Buying time to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Ingram. And he's taken down inside the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. And now they come up and Jackson throwing once more. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get him anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. On third down, Jackson steps away to his left. And that is incomplete.
Tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down.
A dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up first and 10. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get
the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things. But he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game.
Yeah, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So Dalton now. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across.
That makes things very difficult, but when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
To the left side here for Eifert. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play?
And it'll be Dalton again. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. He's at the 40, past the 20, 10, and he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that,
Dalton right back on the horse after the pick-6. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete.
But he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, he couldn't turn it into much more.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30.
Make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
To Mixon on the check down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Hid the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, blitz coming and down he goes.
So if we recount real quick.
Tougher from here. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. The UCLA product, Kenny, seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level. Make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Dalton. The throw left side complete. It's Erickson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40. He was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game. Just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
False start, offense.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's enough.
Reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Being chased out left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Dalton here from the gun. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Tim Williams, 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
You can't have those kind of plays.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. And this is going to be incomplete.
Still a bit more scoring. This feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Boyd. 11 more yards there in this
type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now Dalton. They'll set up the screen here to mix it. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. They hold him to only 2 there on the...
Everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Well, a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
False start. Offense.
Third and long. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
And just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And Bullock will put this one through. And in the fourth quarter, on the entire game, he's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something
on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Throw left side complete. That's Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Now a handoff to Ingram, and he's going to be met at about the 43. Give a run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention to him.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins able to... Here's Jackson to throw on third down. Escaping the pressure right. Flushed out right. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble.
Certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And they probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
You did it. I had to.
Dalton, 1st and 10. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line.
He's putting up decent numbers. What he has to do, find a way to make that sound read and hit that one home run before this one's over.
And this may be on 3rd down, Mixon. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
The field goal.
And Bullock will put this one through. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. He's back to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They go screen. This is Ingram. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Different for him. He's done it many times before.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, sweep, they'll take off time, blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their time. Again, it's Mixon. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd. Big spot. Andy Dalton. Open man is Uzama. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Dalton down to a knee, and that'll be all she wrote.
I don't know about you, partner, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.